Hello YouTube, welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Kawana. I thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where I talk about my style, your style, everyone else's style, and lifestyle. So if that is something that interests you, I certainly hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel, hitting the bell notification so that you never ever miss one of my videos. So today we are going to talk about purchasing pre-loved. Mostly we're going to talk about purchasing pre-loved bags, but this kind of criteria that you're looking for should apply to almost anything. And now I'm going to be helping you navigate the pre-loved websites so that you find the best bag in the best condition at the best price. So let's get it started. First of all, on most of the websites, I'm not going to list those yet. I'm going to give you next week or in the next video a listing of where to purchase pre-loved, but this is pretty general, everything that I'm putting out there today. So on most of the websites, the bags are going to be listed by some sort of a condition. The condition range can be fair, which would be obviously the worst. You're going to have good, very good, excellent, sometimes brand new, something along those lines. And so the pricing of the bag is going to depend on the brand of bag and obviously the condition of bag. So an example might be, you might be searching for a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 bag. And so you're going to see that the bags are listed in a range of prices, and the pricing is going to be, the lowest would probably be for the condition that is fair, and the highest would be for the condition that's excellent. Am I saying anything that doesn't make sense? So, it kind of makes sense. I do think that it's important to note that just because the condition says excellent, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't pay close attention to the details. In any place that you're purchasing, there should be a description of the bag that you are buying. I think that that's very important, and it's important not only because you may see something that says excellent and assume that it's in great condition, but it's also important if you see condition that's good, because on certain websites, good is the second criteria. So the least would be fair, which would mean the poorest condition, and the next is good, and then after that is very good, and then there's great, and then there's excellent. So you may look and see good, go purchase to buy something and think that it will be without flaws, and that's not the case. So it is very important to read the description of the bag. Okay. Secondly, within the description, you want to pay attention to the dimensions, the size of the bag, because not for nothing, looking at it can be deceiving. You can look at a bag and believe, oh yeah, that's a decent size for whatever the reasons are that your eyes are playing tricks on you. But when you actually get that bag, it could be tiny or it can be bigger than actually what you expected, right? So you really want to pay close attention to the dimensions of the bag to ensure that you're getting a bag in the size that you're looking for. Another important thing, and it happens to me all the time, I'll look at something and I'll say, ooh, this is a really cute black bag. I'm loving it. But when I read the description of the bag, it says that the bag is actually charcoal gray or something that's not just black. So you have to know that you have to read the description for all of that information, because just looking at something may not be enough. Hopefully the website that you're looking on is going to be very accurate and give you the correct description of everything, so that what you're purchasing, you kind of know exactly what it is that you're getting. So that's very important to look at in the description. You want to check for size and color. Now, the third thing we're going to look for, it may be important to you and it may not be so important, but also in the description, it should sort of note what the bag actually comes with. And that might be important because you might want everything that it came with. For an example, most bags will come with a dust bag. So for example, this is a Louis Vuitton dust bag. What am I doing here? Okay, so this is a Louis Vuitton dust bag. So if I'm purchasing my pre-loved bag, I might want my bag to come in the dust bag. I may not care. But most places that you purchase from are going to send your bag in a dust bag regardless. Like Fashion File. Fashion File will send your bag with a Fashion File dust bag, whether it comes with a dust bag or not. You're going to get a dust bag regardless. That's just how it works. It would also tell you in the description box if the bag comes with the receipts or the tags that the bag came with. That may be important. Back when Chanel bags came with the authenticity card, it was very important. Some people wanted to ensure that the bags came with the authenticity card. So it's important to know what it is that the bag includes and what it excludes. I'm not here to tell you not to purchase a bag if it doesn't come with the authenticity card. I'm not here to tell you not to purchase a bag if it doesn't come with the receipts. Most of the time, they do not. You want to ensure that where you're purchasing from is an authentic vendor, and then maybe even have a backup plan in terms of having it possibly authenticated a second time. Okay? But all of that's going to be in the next video. Where to purchase and where to have it authenticated if you want a backup authenticator. So that's where we are so far, right? Tip 4. You want to stay away from certain materials, I think, when you're purchasing PreLoved, or you have to really, really ask for more pictures. You want to see it up close to ensure that the bag looks fairly decent, right? Materials that you want to be very, very cautious of are suede. Suede wears when it rubs across your body. So sometimes it gets kind of discolored. Some of the material looks different. So suede is not the best material to be searching for when you're looking for PreLoved, especially if you're not purchasing a suede item that is new with tags or in excellent condition. Also, sometimes vintage canvas, because of things like color wear or just the fraying of the bag. And some canvases, I'm not going to name a brand right now, but some canvases do not wear as well as others. So some canvases you may find cracking, some canvases you may find discoloration, some canvases you just may find that they're worn in various ways. So when you're purchasing PreLoved, you want to be very, very leery of those kind of materials. Suede, canvas, like satin material, maybe even patent leather, because you know patent leather tends to get sticky if it's not housed in the right area. Patent leather tends to really pick up marks in a way that is just not good. So you want to be very careful if you're purchasing any items in those materials. I would say, you know, kind of fall back, steer clear, and stick with traditional leather bags, be it goat skin, lamb skin, box leather, any of the leathers. And I'm not a leather expert, so I couldn't tell you all of the names. But even then, you also want to pay close attention to the wear and tear of the bag. Ask for additional pictures if you're concerned. And think about areas where bags usually tend to have the most wear, because that's kind of where you want to really draw in your eyes and focus your attention to see where the bags might be worn. You want to inspect the corners of the bag, because you know you're setting the bag down or the bag's bumping into something. The chances that the corners will show wear is pretty high. It's pretty high that the corners of your bag might show wear, especially if you're somebody who, as I said, is not really paying close attention, setting it down, banging into things. So you want to look at the corners and the handles, because a lot of time, well, the handles, that's where the bag is being carried from. So those are the main kind of areas that I think require close inspection if you care about that and you want to make sure that the bag is in the best possible condition when you're purchasing it. Those are areas you want to look at. But even with that said, if you're purchasing a high quality bag or a bag from one of the luxury fashion houses, it's also important to note that if you're willing to, and I'm not saying you should have to, but if you're willing to invest money, you can consider places like the Leather Surgeons, who repairs a lot of bags. It's kind of like a spa for your bag, and you can get a quote from the Leather Surgeons by sending them pictures. They'll tell you what the cost is to give your bag a spa service, to have it cleaned, to touch up the paint, replace any hardware or any or things of that nature. And sometimes it's very worth it, because if you're purchasing a pre-loved bag and you're receiving it at a discount, even if you have to pay the leather surgeons or somebody to repair it, maybe even your local cobbler, you might trust the person that repairs your shoes. You might trust that person to go ahead and fix your bag. So you should consider getting a quote for a bag if there's any repairs that you may want to have on a bag where you think that the quality or condition may not make the bag wearable for you right away, but the price is good. So these are just some considerations to take, some areas not to rule out. Another important thing to note in the description box, if I can just go back to it, is paying attention to what the bag comes with or doesn't. So this bag, who I'm going to leave nameless, came with obviously the top handles, but it didn't come with the crossbody strap. You see the D-rings here on either side. Strap that you would have attached to the D-rings didn't come with the bag for whatever reasons. I don't know if the person lost it or whatever, but that changed the price of the bag drastically. But what the bag did have that I wanted was, it looked pretty cute. It's nice. I liked the color. It came with the dust bag, and it came with the mirror attached. So for me, it was in pretty good condition. I didn't care that it didn't come with the crossbody strap. I don't usually wear a shoulder or crossbody strap. I prefer a top handle. So I figured, for the price of this, which was, was a rock bottom price. I have a video about it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and link that below as well. I figured, hey, if I want to buy a strap, I can purchase one online from Etsy or any place. So it's important to know what you're willing to replace, to know what things you can actually replace, to get quotes on how much it will cost, and very, very importantly, be reading the description box and asking for more pictures. So I hope that this video helped. If you have any other questions, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm usually open to answering anything if I can. I am not an authenticator. I will try to be as helpful as I can be should you have any questions. Let me know if you're thinking about buying anything pre-loved in the near future. Let me know if this video helped at all. And if you have any questions, as I said, I'm here to help. And definitely my next video, or in an upcoming video, I will have a listing for you of all of the places that you can go and buy your pre-loved bags. Thank you so much for watching. And remember that everything I shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.